Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I haven't done a video for a week, so I'm back on, and I didn't do a preview actually for the Wednesday game, and I haven't actually seen the game, so that's a bit of a caveat straight off the bat. But I'm gonna just sum it up, and you give me your thoughts in the comments there below on if you went to the game. Any Wednesday fans? I know there's off-field problems at Wednesday at the moment. But if you went to the game, how did you find it today? Obviously, it's a 3-0 loss. It ended Leeds United 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0 on Sunday, the 19th of January 2025. Another home win for Leeds United, and this time it was two late goals for Leeds instead of two late concessions of goals for Leeds, which happened in the last game away, the last Championship game away at Hull City. So Leeds won unbeaten now in 9 league games. I think we've won 7 of those, if my memory serves me correctly. So we're on the way. We're top of the league, 3 points clear of third place. Burnley, I think we're a point ahead of Sheffield United, aren't we? So it's quite tight up there, but it's a good cushion, a 3-point cushion at this stage of the season. Not too bad from third place Burnley, who we do go to, I think, a week tomorrow, isn't it? So, yeah, big game, that one. Of course, we've got Norwich on Wednesday at Elland Road. And then, like I said, the Monday is, I think, the 20... I don't know what it is, actually. The 27th, I think, of January, I think we go to Burnley. So that's a big game, Big game, but we take it game by game. This is a game we won 3-0. Early goal from Manor Solomon. Again, mistake, wasn't it, from Mr. Beadle in goal for Sheff Wednesday. Obviously, they off to a bad start. Good goal, good finish. Obviously, yeah, mistake from the goalkeeper. Aronson went through. Goalkeeper fumbled it, and it came out to Solomon, who just slammed the ball in, past, through two Sheffield Wednesday defenders on the line for 1-0 in the 3rd minute of the game. Great start, but from what I was sort of reading and watching through the game, on kind of social media, really, was that the Leeds dropped off. They dropped off and couldn't quite keep that intensity of football that we started with, which is often the case. We do tend to drop off, when we get a goal, when we get one goal, and I think it's a bad habit of Leeds United at the moment, is to drop off and relax a little bit. We saw it in the New Year's Day game at Elland Road against Blackburn, where we scored the late penalty to go 1-0 up, and then we just eased off, and Blackburn equalised late on. Again, the game with Hull, 3-1 up, we eased off last 9 minutes and conceded twice to draw the game 3 apiece. So, yeah, there is a kind of a pattern where Leeds sort of drop off, after getting a goal up, or even 2 at some stages. And it's frustrating. But, I don't think Sheffield Wednesday really had the quality to really hurt Leeds. And I don't think they really came close at all, to be quite honest with you. There was an effort in the second half, I think, that Meslier had to turn around the post, but it was something to note, really, that to me, they didn't have a lot of possession. They didn't have a lot of shots on goal. I think they only had 5 shots in the whole game. So I don't think it was a very, I don't know. I've seen a lot of Wednesday fans saying they were quite happy, they played quite well, but I don't know. Looking from those sorts of stats don't say everything, but for me, they it doesn't seem like they did, And if you're happy with just containing us, I know it's a difficult challenge, isn't it, from Wednesday's point of view, where they've got to contain Leeds, and obviously the early goal is frustrating from their point of view because it was a mistake. But if you're happy to contain us at 1-0, then that's your business, isn't it? Really, for me, you've got to be a bit braver and go for it a little bit better and a little bit more. But again, whether they did that, the thing is, opposition has to work so hard to just close off and stop us from creating, from getting passes through, from doing all this, then the energy goes on that instead of actually, oh heck, we've actually got to try and mount an attack of ourselves. And somebody let me know, but from what I see there, I don't really think Sheffield Wednesday, and obviously watching the highlights and stuff, they didn't really have much of anything, to be quite honest. And again, if Wednesday are happy with that, well, fair enough. But I'm to be fair, I'm sick of opposition fans coming and say, well, Leeds squad is worth hundreds of millions, which is right, but that's just where we're at. And we're never going to get anything this and the other. It's a game of football. You never know what's going to happen. You might be able to get something. And, for me, that's a bit of a cop-out sort of excuse, really. Our squad costs more than theirs. So what? It's a game of football. How much do you want it? You know what I mean? The quality's still, you know, quality can still be in their side, which I don't think it is really when you look at it. I know they've got a lot of off-field problems of Chef Wednesday. Obviously, the chairman and the manager have a bit of a clash at the moment. There's all about, I think Danny Rowe was on the verge potentially of going to Southampton, wasn't he? And um, Southampton won't pay his release clause, and now Danny Rowe wants it lowered, and obviously Chanzeri, isn't it? He wants it. He doesn't want to do it, basically. I don't think he's speaking to the manager. It all seems a little bit unsavoury, but from that point of view, maybe the players just, let's go out and play, lads, you know what I mean? But from looking at that, they didn't really lay a glove on us properly, but if you're kind of happy with that, then that's their business, it's your business, you know what I mean? Because, from what I conceived, stats and highlights, they didn't have anything at all, really. And it was kind of like Leeds, because I seen at one point towards the end of the game that Wednesday were putting a lot of pressure on. There is that last few minutes chance for Wednesday actually, where is it Ugbo? He almost gets out of the way of it. If he puts his head on it, it probably goes in. Let's be honest. And it's 1-1, and then you're thinking, oh my lord, here we are again, late goal concession for a draw. But thankfully, from our point of view, from Leeds United's point of view, we got that second goal, and Ramazani comes on with 6 minutes to go, and he made the difference really in the end. A little bit of individual quality from Rama, which the cross in from the left was low from Bogle. He kind of he worked that goal all himself. Shifted out the defender, shifted away from the defender, out his feet, and then onto his left foot and into the bottom corner. It was a lovely, lovely finish from Largy, to be honest. Then he gets an assist in the 6th minute of added on time. I thought Joseph did well to get his head on that ball. Back to Ramazani, he flashes one in, and Tanaka, it's a bit of quick thinking, and it just flicks the ball, goes in the corner for 3-0, and that's the gloss, the icing on the cake, the gloss on it. It's, perhaps I've seen a lot of people say we weren't quite worth 3-0, so it doesn't really sound like we were actually worth 3-0. But, at the end of the day, we've scored 3 goals. It's a clean sheet for Mez in the goal, which will have done him a world of good, because I know, he apparently was a little bit shaky early on with a few crosses, but that's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? When you've made a howler your last game, obviously remember he didn't play against Harrogate last week in the Cup, so it would have been a difficult, he would have been nervous for sure in the early knockings of that game, but fair play to him. It's a clean sheet, and people will probably stop talking about the goalkeeping situation now that a clean sheet has been registered again. 3 points has been on the board, and we're now top of the table going into Wednesday's game against Norwich City at Elland Road, so of which I think they have key players out, no more so than Borges. What's his name? The top scorer. He's out, isn't he? Because he spat at an opponent and he's out for 6 games. But Borges signs. So we'll speak about that in a preview probably tomorrow. But for now, let me know your thoughts in the comments there below. Leeds United are top again of the Championship table after a 3-0 win at Elland Road against Neighbours Sheffield Wednesday. Yorkshire Derby win. Fabulous stuff. Thanks a lot for watching. March on together. I'll see you on the next one.